So it's very interesting that in the peak of the crisis and the financial crisis, when everybody was afraid of what could happen to the banks, everybody said, including Madame Merkel, including Mr. Barroso, all the center-right said all over Europe, you should start spend money, put money in the economy and hold the banks, put money in the banks. That was the directive in 2007. I would not say, when you say similar, first we need to see the moment where some of the measures were taken and the circumstances when they were taken, and also to see the degree of recessive effect that each of the measures has. Some of those measures, you are right, were taken by socialist governments, but they were in an effort to contain the situation and in a moment where nobody was quite sure what could happen to the financial system. I personally was against, for instance, when the socialist government nationalized BPN. But at that time, you saw, it was months after Lehman Brothers collapsed. Everybody was a little bit afraid. Everybody had this 1920s crisis, the 30s. So I kind of understand that to a certain degree, some governments try to hold some banks in order to avoid the financial collapse, being afraid that everybody would rush to the banks and rushing into a deeper crisis. And then at the same time, we saw governments of Germany, of England, so liberal, and France and Belgium, everybody was holding some of the banks, buying some of the banks. So I can understand that at a certain moment, a socialist government could do that in order to preserve some rationality in the system. But that's not the origin of the crisis. That's kind of a trap where we fell in order to try to manage the crisis, and that created a huge problem to Portugal, of course. That was not really the cause of the resignation. One of the problems of the center-left for many years was not to be completely aware that the problems can only be solved on European level. Everybody that thinks in a different way is completely unaware of what's going on. And it's a little bit even contradictory to a left approach, a progressive approach of life and society, to try to keep everything so national and nationalistic, to give strength to the speech, when we should be more progressive and internationalists and advocate for further international integration and democratic accountability of international institutions. So that's the first huge contradiction of some of the left. And that's the first thing we need to say. The problems of countries like Portugal within the Eurozone can only be solved on the European level in first stance. Of course, there are national things, structural reforms, and many things that can be done on national level, but mainly on European level. So we made a decision. Let's avoid the bailout as much as we can. So let's try to balance some of the proposals that would allow support from our European partners, all ruled by the center-right, and support from ECB and support from the European Commission. And at that time, we did not have the mechanism that Spain now will benefit. There was no such kind of mechanism. It's very easy now to talk about many things, but at that time there was nothing. There was no precedent. Nobody knew. Even Greece was going so wrong because the first decisions on Greece were so wrong. So everything was going wrong. Nobody knew what best to do. It is very simplistic to say, but you also made measures that the right is doing. No, it was a real effort to try to avoid the bailout. And also we need to remember that we had no absolute majority in the parliament. Something that people tend to forget. That's another reason. So if you need to approve a budget or you need to approve things in Parliament, you need to negotiate with those that can approve your budget. But actually the left in Portugal has a huge problem. We have two parties on our left that are completely irresponsible and were never available for any kind of talks with the Socialist Party in order to build up a left majority. Everybody refused. Okay. So everybody was being too political to manage their political space for votes. And it's very interesting, let me add, that sometimes this kind of left is very moral on the approach they do, but at the end, it's just political management to secure votes and to secure their political space. It's too early for that. First of all, there is no election predicted. So in principle, the general election is in 2015. We have local elections in October. So it's a different game ball. In theory, but I tend normally not to make comment, that's for the commentators. But in theory, if you want my answer, we need to wait for the people to vote and then see how the people makes their decision, how it's the framework of the vote, which of the parties will have, and see the situation at that moment to see what better serves our political program and our solutions for Portugal and the best interest of Portugal. So it's too early for that.